My name's Brandy Hofer, and if you enjoy this video, please feel free to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel because we're going to have a lot more content coming your way just about this in particular. If you'd like our free guide, you can download that in the link below at brandyhofer.ca. We are so excited that you're here. We appreciate your time, and we can't wait for you to check out this video. Okay, so here we are using a technique with watercolors and acrylics kind of mixed together, which watercolors are really beautiful because they make really great stains. And then we do a paint pull with the acrylics because if you think of acrylics like glue, they can resist other mediums and materials. But when you combine these two mediums and keep it really thin on our favorite paper, which is Stonehenge hot press, they make these really gorgeous backgrounds and your medium tones and your underpaintings for your portrait pieces. It's kind of a technique we developed because we had kids. So it was a really happy accident, and they make these really beautiful things that you can do with young people or connect to others in a creative way. It's a beautiful bridge to connect on because it really does make these beautiful backgrounds, and you can't really make mistakes. We teach this paper stretching techniques in our portrait class, so you don't get wobbly paper. You tape all your edges down to a hard surface. So that's where we start there to get these gorgeous underpaintings. And then we teach this method in our portrait class to get this beautiful sketch that you're seeing here. And it's a really empowering way to learn because you don't have to know necessarily how to get your proportions right away. Our next favorite medium is Prismacolor pencil crayon. So we've worked here already in this portrait from dark to light. So we've used those dark pencil crayons and we've worked up to the highlights. So that's kind of our first layer with that medium. Prismacolor is our favorite pencil crayon for sure because they all kind of fog over time, but these are the highest quality, most intensely pigmented products in the affordable zone anyway. Then you get into the really expensive stuff, but Prismacolor definitely works great. Our next favorite medium is a mixture of soft pastels and oil pastels. Our favorite brand is Sennelier for both of those things. Schmincke also makes a really great chalk pastel. So you can either go into your portrait with either of those things. Even you can use the soft pastels before you go in there with your Prismacolor pencil crayons. The Sennelier pastels are a high quality pastel. I would not go in with any sort of student pastel or low grade pastel. You're just going to make a mess and you're just going to be extremely frustrated. So get that high quality pastel. It's totally worth every penny because the skin tone is really vibrant and it's actually filled with a ton of different colors. So in our portrait class, we teach how to use these tones and how to bump up the skin tones using like bright oranges and pinks. And you can see on Lola here that there's tones of purple as well in her skin, and it's just so gorgeous. And we teach how to take a really good prop photograph in our portrait class with professional photographer Kristen Hickman. This is her daughter Lola. So it's a really gorgeous way to learn from start to finish in our portrait class. See that gorgeous photo? Oh my gosh, it's just so vibrant and it catches Lola. We also, to take it further, we have used on top of using Prismacolor pencil crayons, pastels, soft pastels, we really love to take some of our portraits further than this underpainting step. So we actually started going in again by stretching the paper and going in with acrylics over top to make these really fun poppy backgrounds, kind of like more is more. And you can have fun with techniques and patterns. And we got really inspired by magazines and kind of, the Frida Kahlo vibe and her ethnicity and the pattern work that goes along with that. And So to fill this gorgeous portrait, we stretched it again, we taped down all the sides, we came in with acrylics, and we went over top with Posca pens. On Brandy Hofer Studios, you'll find our tips for Posca pens, making them last longer, because they can be frustrating by drying out and they are expensive. So we have a tip for making them last even longer. Here's another piece where we came in again with the acrylics, and we went in over top and added some floral elements, and then came them over top of those acrylics with pattern making with Posca pens in this technique, as you'll see here. So you can see that underpainting in the background. You can see some gold leaf, collage, oil pastels, acrylic paints, the whole works. These are really exciting mixed media portraits, and we want you to make them as well. I hope you enjoyed that. Be sure to like and subscribe. You can message us or reach out with any questions you can have anytime at Brandy Hofer Studios on Instagram, and we'll get back to you on YouTube at Brandy Hofer Studios, Color Me Happy. You can find our podcast, Color Me Happy, and also our book, Color Me Happy, See Your Everyday Ordinary as Extraordinary. And you're also welcome to join our free community, Color Me Happy, on Facebook. It's a gorgeous place for creatives to meet, combine, and uplift with one another. Thank you so much for being here. I sure do appreciate your time.